show, Friday Football Focus is back. It's always a stern first-game test. Proud and powerful programs Lompoc and Arroyo Grande renew their rivalry. Bishop Diego is the small school with big-time talent. Tonight, the Righetti Warriors invade the Cardinals' nest. And welcome back. Tony Henney and John Mack both won multiple CIF titles in Ventura County in the past. Now Henney is at Westlake while Mack is at Oxnard, but both expect their winning ways to continue. Even baseball players think Friday Football Focus is a grand slam.
Hi, I'm a fan of the Detroit Tigers, Dos Pueblos High School alum, and you're watching Friday Football Focus.
Now, from the bleachers to the end zones, gridirons up and down the coast. From the largest sports team on local television. Live, Friday Football Focus.
Hey, greetings and salutations. Welcome to the season premiere of Friday Football Focus. I'm Mike Clan along with Senere de los Santos.
Oh, yes, I am so excited. I've been waiting all season for this. Let's get to it. Last year, we had two area teams win CIF championships at the Paso Robles and Napomo. And this season, there is plenty of talent to go around.
It certainly is. Let's lift the lid on the season. We started in Santa Barbara. Bird is the word, of course. Cardinals of Bishop Diego hosted the Righetti Warriors of Orchid. Both teams ripped a page right out of the 1970s playbook. Run the football and play hard-nosed defense tonight. First Warriors possession, star back DeAndre Thomas broke off 3 first-down runs to get Righetti moving. Thomas did not play much in the first half, though, after limping off the field. His runs set up Seth Ollis, and he makes the 35-yard field goal. Righetti takes a 3-0 lead. It was still 3-0 after one quarter, and the Righetti cheerleaders like that. Bishop Diego has a lot of skilled players, but they could not get them on track in the first half. John Harris on the delayed handoff, swallowed up by big number 77, Antonio Ramirez. That guy hasn't missed a meal in like 2011. The big guy checks in at 300 pounds. Cardinals, Spencer Stokesand stripped of the ball. Righetti's Jacob Fredrickson falls on it, but then they couldn't take advantage of it. Michael Sirocco with the nice defensive play, but back and forth. I told you, a lot of defense. Zach Berg shutting down Bishop's vaunted running game, but just before the half, the Cardinals offense starts to click. Stokesand dumps it to Mike Agnoli. The 6'5 junior picked up 30 yards. And then it's John Harris, not much up the middle, so he bounces to the outside, gets the first down. Stokesand, under a minute to play in the first half, finds Dillon Street 13 yards at a first down. But the Cards go back to Harris. Righetti's defensive line outplaying Bishop's O-line in the first half. Harris trying to reverse his field, but he's taken down by Daniel Patterson. Just before the half, Cards would miss a 40-yard field goal. However, the Cardinals do get into the end zone a couple of times in the second half. Dillon Street and A.V. Bennett score. Bishop wins a tough one by the final score of 14-9. So Bishop going to be 1-0. They'll play next Saturday against Santa Fe Christian in the San Diego area. Righetti now gets ready for their huge rivalry contest as they battle for the Shield against St. Joseph. One of the top opening games, always Lompoc and Arroyo Grande.
Always a good one. Well, last year they met twice. The Braves won the season opener, but AG knocked Lompoc out of the playoffs. Friday Football Focus reporter Dave Alley has been covering these two teams for nearly 20 years. 20 years? Really? Wow. He joins us live now from Arroyo Grande. Happy Friday, Dave. That means you're only 30, right?
Yeah, exactly. I started when I was about 10 years old, right? Yeah, you know what? No matter how many years I've been covering Central Coast football, and certainly Mike can attest to this, it absolutely never gets old, especially when you get to cover a couple of teams that played out on that field there tonight. Lompoc and Arroyo Grande, two fantastic ball clubs that should once again not only contend for league titles, certainly league titles this year, but also the CIF Northern Division Championship as well. These two longtime rivals meeting on opening night for the 6th straight year. Opening possession of the ball game, Braves with the ball at the Arroyo Grande 26-yard line. Out of the shotgun, quarterback Torrey Sims can't find anyone, so he keeps it himself, heads downfield, then goes up, over, and into the end zone. Just like that, 3 minutes in, Braves with a 7-0 lead. But AG answers right back. Very next play from scrimmage, Sawyer May finds a wide-open Jeremiah Wright. He brings it in and has absolute clear sailing the rest of the way. This play going 75 yards, just 20 seconds after the Lompoc score. AG ties it up 7-7. Just a couple minutes later, Eagles back on offense. and they get right back into the end zone. Matt Sill on the end around gallops his way 46 yards for the score. Tom Goosen's team would then score again mid-second quarter. They would go up 21-7. Big play late first half with the fog rolled in. AG stuffs Toa Taua at the 1-yard line as time expires. That kept Lompoc off the scoreboard, so AG led it 21-7 at the half. Started the second half with the fog on. AG wastes little time finding the end zone. Bradley Mickey comes flying out of the backfield, and he just absolutely outruns the Lompoc defense. Quick strike Eagle offense does it again, this one going 81 yards. AG seemingly in control, up 28-7, but Lompoc showing no quit tonight. Third quarter, Chris Green from short distance. He goes in standing up from 2 yards out. That made it 28-14. AG, though, responds on a 3rd and 16 from the Lompoc 31. It's May with an absolute laser to Sill. He gets the ball, goes into the end zone. AG on top, 34-14. But Andrew Jones in the break. Okay, well, what we're going to hear is Andrew Jones' team made it interesting. Toa Taua scored a couple of late touchdowns to bring Lompoc to within 6, but that's as close as they would get as Arroyo Grande hangs on, wins a thriller, 34-28. They were up 21 points at one point, but Lompoc clawed back, made it a good game. We would expect nothing less, of course, when these two teams play. Again, a couple of area powers, CIF contenders, no doubt. AG, by the way, ranked 21st in the entire state. Lompoc, 63rd. I have a feeling, just like last year, we may see these two teams play a second game. That would come, a second game, a rematch would come in the CIF playoffs. We'll just have to wait and see about that. AG, by the way, 1-0. They'll go to Bakersfield, take on Independence next week. Lompoc, they'll be home at Houck Stadium. They will host Nipomo. Reporting live from Arroyo Grande, Dave Alley for Friday Football Focus. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, it was a tough season last year for both Santa Ynez and San Luis Obispo. Now, they combined to just win 3 games. Now, both teams have been working hard in the offseason to improve those numbers. And the home Tigers looking for some revenge as Santa Ynez beat them last year. Early first quarter, Tigers, Omid Jassimi hands it off to Pearson Mazichuk, and he is hit hard by the Pirates' defense and cops up the football. Santa Ynez recovers. Now, next possession, Pirates on 4th and 1 decide to go for it, but the Tigers defense comes up big, stomps them in the tracks. So 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tigers with the ball, but they fumble it on the snap. Once again, Santa Ynez is there to fall right on it. Now, the time is winding down in the first quarter. Pirates driving again, still no score. Ty Hollingsworth cuts up the middle and picks up a big first down for Santa Ynez. Now, same drive, but in the second quarter, they give it to Hollingsworth again. Again, he's got room to run and moves the chains down inside the 10-yard line. Now, a few plays later on 3rd and goal, they hand it off to Austin Verlin, and he takes it around to the corner of the end zone and scores. The Pirates go up 7-0 on the ensuing kickoff. Montgomery, well, he would field it at the 20, and check out this play. After he grabs it, that's right, he would take off. He's pretty darn fast. He gets some blocking help from his teammates, and guess what? He is gone. That's an 80-yard touchdown run, and we are tied up at 7. Now, the Pirates would turn it on in the second half as Santa Ynez wins it 29-7. Now, San Luis Obispo plays at Pioneer Valley next Friday, while Santa Ynez stays on the road to play Carpinteria.
Well, Santa Maria has new leadership this year, and Dan Ellington, who is the Saints' 9th head coach in the past 13 years. Tonight, Santa Maria playing one of their former head coaches, and Don Willis of Cabrillo, out to Lompoc, where the Conquistadors looking to fill a big hole left behind from graduated quarterback Brett Gregory. Early in the first quarter, Santa Maria's quarterback Isaiah Bernal with a nice 35-yard keeper. But the Saints would come away with no points on this drive because the very next play, Bernal loses the ball on a bad snap, recovered by Cabrillo's DeAndre Sauceda. Halfway through the second quarter, Bernal with the pass to Angel Esparza, and Esparza is into the red zone. Next play, Bernal does it himself, the fake handoff. He's in the end zone for the game's first score. It's 7-0 Santa Maria. Moved to the third quarter. Cabrillo quarterback Matt Roca to Anthony Mahan, and he's got the first down. Next play, Roca handing off to John Splitter. Splitter slips a tackle, touchdown, Conquistador, and the Cabrillo Conquistadors going to win this game 13-9. Santa Maria has their home opener next week. They take on Santa Barbara. The Conks will come to Goleta to play Dos Pueblos.
All right, moving on, staying strong. Those Dos Pueblos Chargers on the road tonight as they look to bounce back from a disappointing season last year. Their opponent, Pacifica, has to replace the pass-catch combination as Adon Salas and DeAndre Vines. They have our seniors, and they shipped out those about single-handedly beat DP last year. We'll pick this one up in the very beginning. DP's quarterback faking out the camera person, and I'll admit, that was me. Little rookie mistake right there. Manny Nuso with the grab and takes it 15 yards down and is good for the first down, that is. Then this time the handoff to Blake Irwin, and he gets the Chargers a little closer with the little stiff arm right there, and DP would finish it off with a touchdown run up the middle by Irwin Miguel. Dos Pueblo gets on the board first, 7-0. Now still in the first quarter, more Chargers, this time DP hooking up with the big man. That'd be Marcellus Gossett, and he takes it. It took about 4 Tritons to get this guy down. That would lead to this. A hand up to Nusu, who checks. Well, basically, he took about 4 Tritons for a little ride, as you see right there. But the Chargers in perfect position to do this. Kyle Brinkston taking it in for the touchdown, the second touchdown of the night. Now, by the looks of these highlights, Dos Pueblos had this game, right? And they did. Until the fourth quarter. That's when Pacifica came back huge, scoring 31 points. That's right, 31 points in the fourth quarter. They would go on to beat DP 38-24. The Chargers now are set to host Cabrillo next Friday as Pacifica remains home to Reseda. Woo! How about that?
That is a fourth quarter meltdown for DP.
I cannot believe. I wish we were there for those highlights, but you know what?
We'll get them the next time, yeah.
Next week.
Good one for the Tritons.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to take our first time out of the year, but when we come back, highlights from Napomo's game against Pioneer Valley.
Plus, we're going to check in with Santa Barbara High School. They traveled to Oxnard to face the Vikings of Hueneme. FFF back in a flash.